This is Harry Davies for Mirror Fighting, and I'm joined by Simple Simon Colbran ahead of his return to boxing this Friday. Misfits York Hall against someone close to his age rather than last time in Dapper Laughs. Simon, how's training been going?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, we only had sort of like 4 weeks' notice, so it's not. I mean, it's not ideal. I mean, really, you'd probably it'd be nice to get about 8 weeks, but it's still. I've kept myself reasonably fit beforehand, so yeah. So I'm on par. It's okay.
Mm. Compared to the last fight, which is obviously your first fight, has a lot of things changed in terms of your training preparation? Are you still at the same gym, different coach? How have things been?
Yeah, definitely. On the last fight, I only had sort of 2 weeks boxing training, and they done the best that they could for me. But since then, I've moved, so I had to find another camp, and it's been good. All I've concentrated on is like the technical stuff, how to defend properly. I mean, it's just the little things. I mean, how to stand properly, how to move properly. I know it sounds stupid at 53, but you're never too old to learn.
Mm. And obviously that first fight with Ed Matthews is what 16 months ago now. So I don't know if you were doing much training and before this fight was announced, but in the few weeks that you've been doing it, how is your boxing skills compared to that one with Ed?
I mean, I'm hoping that people will see a massive improvement. Because against Ed Matthews, I keep watching. Well, I say keep watching it back. I don't keep watching it back, but when I watched it back, I was embarrassed and I don't know what I was doing. I was just on another planet, and I think it was because the first time I've ever been in a boxing ring and all the atmosphere and everything, and I just went into it all wrong. I don't know what I was doing, but I think technically I'm better and defensively I'm better, but we'll see.
Mm. Obviously, that the big thing in that fight was it was very personal. The age gap was huge, but you're fighting someone in Dapper Laughs who I think his only fight was before COVID. It was in Fame MMA. So I mean, the skill level and the age level was a bit more suited for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's still 14 years in it, so he's still a lot younger than me, but it's getting closer. Like with Ed, what was it? Oh, God, I can't remember. Something like 32 years, whatever, or something. So it's yeah, we're getting there. We're gradually working to my age. So yeah, it's good.
Mm. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. I don't mean to bring this up again, but you must be the oldest person to compete on Misfits. Not trying to make you feel old, but at 53, surely that's the thing. How's your body feeling? Are you feeling younger? Do you feel 53? Or I'm guessing in recent weeks training, you probably felt pretty good, no?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't feel 53, definitely not. And sometimes I know it sounds silly. Sometimes I have to pinch myself and remind myself I am 53, because I don't feel like it in myself. Um, but with the training, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've got aches and pains and stuff like that, and that's 100% not making excuses because I never would. But because of my age, I can't train as hard as youngsters can because my body can't take it as much. So I have to be a little bit careful. So I've had aches and pains, and I've still got aches and pains. But once you're in that ring, the adrenaline hits you, done it, and it's a completely different story.
Mm. That fight with Ed, it was obviously the fight week was very tense, tempers boiling over. This one with Dapper Daniel, I think the only really thing he's been calling you is simple sausage. There's not been much sort of heated tension between you guys rather than you and Ed. Is it safe to say that it won't be as tense as it was last time?
No, I mean, I think the build up won't be as tense, but when you get in the ring, it's a different story, isn't it? Because if you don't hit him and don't want to beat him, he's going to do it to you. So, you've got to make sure you're completely psyched up and ready for it. On a personal note regarding Dapper, he comes across a really nice bloke. He's a family man. Um, and he's funny. I watch his videos sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I laugh at him. Do you know what I mean? He's a funny bloke. So there's no real beef, and I'm not gonna like sit here and pretend there is because that's not the case. And he does a lot for mental health as well, which I'm backing 100%, and I'm all for. So look, he's a decent bloke, but once you get in the ring, it's a different story. I'm going to want to smash him up, and he's going to want to smash me up.
I remember speaking to you about that before the Ed fight. Is all the sort of trolls and stuff you got online. Have you found that's toned down since then, or has it got worse?
Um, it stays the same, really. I mean, I'm a like on TikTok. What people don't, 50% of people think it's all true and it's all real and stuff like that. But a lot of that stuff on there, it's just banter. It's me having a laugh. I'm a family man as well, and I'll be the first person to buy someone a coffee walking down the street or speak to them or whatever. You know, that's not some of the stuff there. It's not me. It's all meant to be a bit of a laugh, but there's 50% of people take me seriously and send me hate for it. But there you go.
And speak to me a bit about, I saw a good clip of you training with the likes of AJ Bunker and Salt Pappy. What was that experience like?
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, AJ Bunker, she's lovely. She's what a really nice person, and she looked after Keely when Keely fought Astrid, and I'll never forget that. She's a really, she's lovely, AJ. And Salt Pappy, yeah, I mean, I've known him for quite a long time now, and sparring with him, it's a different level. I mean, he's absolute quality, and I sparred with a pro boxer on the same day as well. And I got a bit of a beating, but sometimes you need that. But again, he's such a nice bloke, and he'll do anything for you, and he deserves all the credit he gets, definitely.
Was that pro boxer Jordan Flynn or not? Because I saw you work with him as well.
Yeah, no, Jordan's been coaching me. Jordan and Yasir as well, who's a coach there. They've been doing a lot of coaching with me. I had a little spar with Jordan as well. So that's been a really good experience as well. I mean, Jordan's an up and coming, decent boxer. 9-0 he's got on in pro. So he's doing really well.
Is this just? I know obviously the Ed fight was a long time ago, but if things go to plan, are you going to continue with this? Is it a one-off? Any chance of an Ed rematch? What's the sort of goals for you in boxing?
I'm going to see how this goes. The reason why I wanted to box again was because how bad I did look against Ed Matthews, and I didn't want to go out looking that bad and people thinking I'm that bad. I'm not going to say I'm going to go and beat Dapper. I'm not saying that, and I'm going to go and knock him out, and I'm not going to be saying that. But I want to go in there and give a better performance and show people that I am improving, and I want to improve and I want to learn. Even though I am 53, it's weird, but if it goes well and I enjoy it again and everything's good, then I'd probably want to do it again. Yeah.
I don't know what her boxing goals are, but if she does continue with it, is there any chance of you and Keely fighting on the same card, or is she sort of done with it?
No, she's not. She's actually training 5 days a week boxing at Loughborough University, and she's going for it, and she wants to box again beginning of next year. So if me and her got on the same card on Misfits, that'd be absolutely amazing. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, superb.
I saw two sort of names you mentioned. First was Greg Paul. He was like, you mentioned your name and he said, "Oh, let's do it bare knuckle." Bare knuckle is obviously a different beast, but is that something you'd be willing to try as well?
I probably wouldn't want to do bare knuckle. I mean, I think he's talking out of his arse, if I'm going to be truthful, because at the end of the day, he's like 59. Does he really want to do bare knuckle? I mean, come on, get real. I mean, surely he'd be better off getting some gloves on, but he doesn't want to box because his son's box, and if he makes a fool of himself, ain't going to go down too well, is it? But I would still box him. If he was up for boxing, I'd box him 100%.
And finally, things go to plan against Dapper. Have you got a speech planned for KSI, given that he snubbed you that charity match invite?
Oh, I mean, what is going on with KSI? Come on, KSI, flipping it. He didn't even invite me for the charity game. That's unbelievable. You wait till I see him. If I beat Dapper, I'm going to go and see him and have a little chat. Yeah.
The big question too: did he beat Tommy Fury or not in your book?
Oh, do you know what? I think it was close to being a draw, if I'm going to be truthful. I think if it was a draw, I don't think anybody could have complained about that. But I think Tommy might have edged it. But if it was, like I say, if it was a draw, I think that could have been a fair result.
You'd give him a run for his money as well, no?
Oh, yeah, both of them. I'll take them both at the same time. Oh.